German Industry UK is a reliable pillar of support for German business here. And I would like to commend its chairman and CEO, Dr. Attenstedt, and his team for their excellent work and for preparing this event tonight. German Industry UK lends German business in this country high visibility, a strong voice, and efficient lobbying capacities. Germany is Britain's biggest trading partner when it comes to trade in goods. That's something most people don't know. German investment in the UK is second only to American investment here. And around 400,000 jobs have been created by German companies. Many of these companies are represented here today. This is more than 1 in every 80 jobs in Britain. German companies contribute substantially to strengthening British manufacturing. Take, for instance, the car industry. I learned that 1 in 5 BMW engines is manufactured here in the UK, not just for the British market, but also for export, and thus strengthening the British export industry. German companies also contribute strongly to the British economy as a whole, with know-how, vocational training, and apprenticeships. For example, Volkswagen-owned Bentley will open a vocational training academy next year in Crewe to give young people the opportunity to acquire the skills needed in 21st century manufacturing. And what could be a more striking symbol of German-British cooperation than Lewis Hamilton's third Formula One World Championship title, won on a Mercedes that was built in Britain, not in Stuttgart. German Industry UK was founded on May 19, 1975, a historic date because only 3 weeks later the UK's first referendum on Europe was held. This showed quite a bit of optimism on the part of the founding fathers of German Industry UK. 3 weeks later, the people of the United Kingdom decided by a 2/3 majority to stay in the common market. And today, as you all know, we are on the threshold of another referendum that will decide Britain's future in Europe. Which brings me to the point that I would like to make very clear this evening. It's the risk of a British exit. The migrant crisis in Europe, the Euro crisis, as well as the crisis we've seen in Ukraine, all these crises are, of course, very important in themselves. But we run a great risk if we let all our energies be absorbed by these issues. What worries me most is the question of a possible Brexit, which is very much at the forefront of the debate in this country here. I'm deeply worried that a British exit from the EU, which is not impossible, I'm afraid, could be much more damaging than we all imagine. Not only would it hurt our economies, which depend on smooth cross-border transactions and compatible technical standards, it would also, and I say this as a diplomat, drastically reduce our political world in the new global arena. An implosion of Europe would create a power vacuum in this part of the world at a time when political orders are rapidly failing all around us, where the alternatives quite often are only between dictatorships and chaos. A British exit could be a mortal blow to the whole project of a stable, prosperous and democratic Europe, which is seen as a beacon of hope for all those unstable countries around us. After all, the European project is at the very heart of the vision for a lasting peace conceived after the Second World War. Of course, there are many challenges facing our two countries today. And who could be more qualified to give us a German perspective on German-British relations than our keynote speaker tonight, the head of Federal Chancellery, Peter Altmaier. Minister Altmaier will give us his views on Germany and the UK, common interests and joint challenges. His responsibilities did not allow him to come to London today as planned, but we are delighted and very honored that Minister Altmaier will address us via video link. I know there's a technical risk, but we will see what comes out. After his speech, Minister Altmaier has agreed to take questions, so I'm looking forward to this debate. Peter Altmaier, of course, needs no introduction. He is one of Chancellor Merkel's closest advisors. He is a member of the German Bundestag since 1994 and became Parliamentary State Secretary at the Federal Ministry of the Interior in 2005. In 2012, he became Federal Minister of the Environment, and since December 2013, he has been head of the Federal Chancellery and Federal Minister for Special Tasks. Among us, that's the Power Center in Germany. A few weeks ago, he was also given responsibility, in addition to his many other tasks, for the political coordination of refugee policy, the hottest issue we have now in Germany. So I'm very much looking forward to his insights, and I would love to pass the floor to Minister Altmaier if the technology is ready to connect us.
First, applause for you.
Oh, thank you.